All right, so today we're going to be breaking down S&P 500 or SPX 500 to to those that know, of course, but it's a great pair. It's just like US 30 and just like NASDAQ and everything. It's an index. And one thing I noticed was with this trade was that there was a nice sweep right here. So price took out some liquidity, broke structure, broke this low, which formed what? An order block. Order blocks are breaks of structure, right? So what order blocks do, they break structure. Then the low right here got taken out. So once I saw the swing low get taken out, I was like, oh yeah. Then the next question I asked myself is, how am I going to enter the trade and how am I going to exit? And I'm gonna write that down. And as a trader, you have to ask yourself this: how are you going to enter a trade? And how are you going to exit a trade? So literally what I mean by that is, what is your exit plan and what is your execution plan in general? You have to figure that out as a trader. Do you go for 2R? Do you go for 3R? Then you move your stop loss to break even. You have to literally figure out something that works with your system. You must do that because as a trader, having a exit plan will save you so much frustration. I promise you. Because I know plenty of times you see price go in your direction and reverse instantly, and the next you ain't take no partial, you ain't move your stop loss to break even, and you're just sitting there like, wow, and you're just mad, and you're just sitting there like, oh, I should have just, coulda, shoulda, woulda, dulda. You don't want to be like in that predicament. You always want to execute flawlessly every single trade that you take, so that you can, of course, get the best results. Always, and always trade with the trend too. I noticed SPX was bearish. I noticed it was bearish and everything, as we see. It's another trade right here too. But I noticed SPX was bearish in general. See it breaking lows and everything, making lower lows and lower highs. Then I realized price had, correct itself a little bit. It tapped into this order block right here. Price tapped in. And then from there, price went down, went up, swept some liquidity, went down again, breaking structure, breaking that swing low down here, breaking this low. And once I saw the low get broken, I said, yeah, it's time. It's time. Once I seen the low get taken out, it's time to hop in the trade. It's time. I promise you. It is time. So when you are about to enter a trade, ask yourself, how am I going to enter and how am I going to exit? Literally. Ask yourself, is the trade going with the trend? If it's not, then it's more likely going to be a low probability trade. You want to look for quality over quantity when you're trading. You want to look for the most highest probability setups that you can take. You never want to just take a trade just to take a trade because you need a trade for the day. Don't be like that. Be patient. Be patient. Let the trades come to you. They're not going anywhere. I promise you. They ain't going nowhere. If you don't see nothing today, you're going to find something tomorrow. Have that abundance mindset. And that's what's really going to separate you from of course, the lower tier traders. And of course, what makes the top tier traders great, right? The great traders, what do? They're patient, they have a plan, and they execute flawlessly with no hesitation. And I'm going to write that down. Great traders look for high probability setups. Oops. Fits their system. I promise you, as a trader, if you do this, oh my goodness, you're going to see your breakthrough season so fast. I promise you. You just have to know what are your high probability setups within your system. Make a Forex playbook. Once you make the playbook, execute. Just execute. That is the number one thing that's going to separate you from the boohoo traders. Being able to execute without, oh my gosh, am I going to lose this trade? I don't know what's going to happen. You can't think like that. Be positive, be optimistic, but then be realistic with your results at the end. Always. And always take accountability, and you're always going to be fine. 1,000%. So that's pretty much it for our trade breakdown for SPX. It was a great 6 hour trade. Risk to reward is key. It's always key in everything. But other than that,